We're at, I think it's Carley Maple Shelter. Let me see what the fuck that is. Yeah, Carley Maple Shelter. I'm finishing up my breakfast. I had oatmeal cherries with some ghee and my keto coffee. We had this shelter all to ourselves last night, just Turtle and I. It was pretty peaceful. So a couple other hikers came in. Well, they was on the trail, and it was night, so they had their headlights on, and they didn't know if they were coming or going, so they kept shining their lights up in there. I guess they forgot that people were up there and they're blinding them. But it is what it is. Shit happens. But this is a shelter area. Got some benches. Big old trees fell down. You can sit on them. But I've got the next destination is about 12.4 miles. Whether or not we get there, that's a different story, but it's another shelter. We'll probably find us a campsite before then, but we got to go over I think Roan Mountain. I think that's it. That's a big son of a bitch. It's a nice day, no wind. It's just gonna take it slow. Getting on the trail. Cherry Gap's the goal. Stop where we stop. You said there's water a mile up?
Yeah, please.
Today we get to go up over Roan Mountain. Supposed to be some good views up there. It's gonna get up to about 84. Nice toasty day. Saturday's supposed to storm, so we're thinking about having Misty pick us up. I'm gonna buy some steaks and we'll cook some steaks, taters, salad, or whatever they want. Avoid the rain. Meeting up with Turtle's probably the best thing so far on the trail. It was really cool hiking with my mom. Having someone to hike with makes it a lot more enjoyable. Me and him hike about the same speed. Most of these people out here to hike. They leave me in the dirt. I ain't in no hurry. I ain't trying to put in big miles. But it's nice. Yeah. You gonna block the path for me there, dum-dum? There he goes. Hey y'all. As I mentioned before, I got to Uncle Johnny's at 9:30 the other night. Got in, took a shower, got settled. Sitting by the campfire, relaxing. Everybody else is pretty much heading to bed except for me and the owner. He gets a phone call from the forestry department, and the sheriff or law enforcement's bringing a young man back from out on the trail. Now this young man, had dropped his car off at Uncle Johnny's and went for a hike with his big beautiful German Shepherd. And they bring him in, and I'm sitting there just enjoying the night. And this fella, Kyle, good kid, comes, sits by the campfire with his dog, and he tells me this grim story. Now Kyle's one of these hikers that can land navigate. He's got smarts. He's got a good head on his shoulders. So he's out hiking and he wanted to get some water, and he could hear this water way off trail. And he does some land navigation, starts heading towards it. Now from the distance, he sees a pack leaned up against a tree. He says, that's odd. What are the chances of all the thousands of miles of trail that another hiker would be off trail like him? Maybe not doing the same thing, but it's just weird. So he goes down, gets his water, marking trees as he's going, comes back, following his route. Pack's still there. Something just doesn't sit right with him. So he does what any person with a good head would do, and they investigate. Curiosity, do the right thing. So as he's getting closer to it, he's just thinking that it's getting weirder and weirder. Something's just not sitting right. And he could be thinking 1,000 things going through his head. What could this be? What is he gonna come up on? It could be a dude just sitting there, wanted to get some time away from the trail, away from people, and just relaxing. So as he's getting closer and closer to this pack, things just get, you get that feeling, I'm sure, inside that's just not right. As he gets to that tree and he gets around it, he can see up on a branch is the rope. That's not a rope that they use to hang a bear bag. It's probably a bigger rope, because at the end of the rope was a noose, and in that noose was a skull. And under it on the ground were the bones. If that were me, a million things would be going through my head. Kyle, he does what a good person does. Someone that's got good morals, he calls the police. And as he's waiting for the police to come out there, I'm sure a million things are going through his head. I'd be freaked the fuck out. But he's probably asking himself who and why. He checks the pack, gets the ID. I'm sure the police wanted him to do that over the phone. Is there any way to identify him? So he sits out there and he has to guide the people, the law enforcement out there to get to him, because it's out there. It's not like you go take a ride off 5th Street. No, he gets him there. And all the investigators come out, the police, sheriffs, forensics, and he sits out there. He has to stay there until they get all the questioning done and get his statement. And so by the time it's all said and done, it's dark. And he tells them, hey, it's dark. I mean, you guys, can you give me a ride? And of course, they give him a ride and they drop him off in Uncle Johnny's. He sits down and he tells me that grim story. I told him, said, hey man, that should be your trail name if you ain't got one, Grim. Because that's a story that, wow. And he didn't seem shaken. I mean, he seemed all right. Maybe later, I don't know. But we sat there and he told me about himself. Good kid, going places if he wants to, but I figured I'd share that with y'all because that's, wow. I can't imagine. And it was, what breaks my heart is just a fellow veteran. Just seeing no other option than that. I've been to places in my life where I felt that way. But it's family. Family's what got me through it. And I'm grateful for it, because today I'm here hiking this trail. Meet good people, good kids like Kyle. So that's my story for you. It's not my story, but he said he's gonna follow me on YouTube. So if you're watching this, Kyle, man, I hope it's Kyle, because geez, messing that up would suck. But Grim, if you take that name, good on you, brother. While I'm sitting here waiting on Turtle, he should be up in a little bit. He stopped at a water source. This is my 2-mile break. So I'm gonna finish my break, drink some water, eat something, and get ready to go back on the trail. Hey y'all, I'm just sitting up here. Where are we at? About a mile short of beauty spot.
Mile and a half from the beauty spot.
We're taking the snack break, getting some rest. About to go back up, big climb. It's gonna be a shit ton of fun. Well, I figured every time I'd take a break, I get up, be ready to go. Nope. Takes me about 5 or 10 minutes to get back up to speed. Sit down, don't want to get up. Just get tired. Eat a little something. But I tell you, once it gets in me though, man, start moving, feeling better. Till then, huff and puff. I guess up ahead, up there, that's what they call the beauty spot, I'm assuming. I guess we'll see. Oldest mountain range on the earth, worn down by time. And this mountain range is wearing me down by time. They're wearing me the fuck out. It is a sight up here. There's a turtle. Come on home. How's that climb, man?
Yeah.
Done.
Done.
Hey y'all. So Turtle and I were gonna go up and over Unaka, summit it, go over it, and then tomorrow afternoon get a ride over to his house, and because Saturday is gonna be rainy, so we figure while he's still in the area of his house, he can skip the rain, and I'm invited, which is pretty awesome that he does that, because him and his wife Misty are just very welcoming, and I appreciate it. But we got 8 miles instead of the 12 miles to the summit and to the shelter. Seems like everybody's heading there, but we found this. Well, he knew about this camp, but there's a few campsites here, but there's a good spring right up there that's pumping out pretty good water source. And up the mountain campsites, there's no water. You have to get all the way to the shelter to get water. And so we got here around 2, and up on the road we were trying to figure out how we're going to get into town, because his wife doesn't get off till like 10 tomorrow. So we were just trying to figure things out, and then a couple ladies got dropped off right up here by a shuttle driver, and we got his number, and we're going to go about another 8 miles tomorrow, get there about 5 and get it picked up and head into town and avoid the rain and get back out on Sunday. Pretty much the same thing we did last weekend. And tonight, supposed to be a clear night, so no rain fly. It's set up over there to block the sun. I got my coffee here. Got dinner cooking down yonder. And another reason I wanted to stop, top of my foot. I don't know how the fuck I did that. So I'm gonna see what I can do about that. Maybe remove my toe, I don't know. So if it ain't one thing, it's another out here. But it was pretty convenient that shuttle driver showed up when he did. A lot of coincidences out here. People say the trail provides. It is what it is. Later. So we got here pretty early today, set up camp. But this is what I've got right now. Just looking at my tent, watching the sunset. Got my GoPro up there, catching the time lapse. I'm just enjoying sitting here camping. Can't beat it.